Nick Saban revealed something about Bryce Young. Did you see it? If you didn't, keep watching this video and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving Bama news. Hello Bama fans! Did you catch Nick Saban's revelations about Bryce Young? If not, stick with us in this video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep receiving updates from Bama. Talking about Alabama Crimson Tide's loss to Texas A&M back in 2021, which ended an impressive 19-game winning streak, is an episode that has become etched in college football history. Nick Saban, who has led Alabama to numerous achievements, recently revealed the complexity of the challenge posed by the Aggies' then defensive coordinator, Mike Elko at the time. The confusion caused by Elko's defensive strategies was a determining factor in the surprising 41-38 defeat at College Station. During an appearance on ESPN's College Game Day, Saban reflected on that matchup. The loss, according to him, wasn't just a blow to Alabama's undefeated record but also a tactical lesson that left Bryce Young, one of the most talented quarterbacks in the program's history, completely bewildered. Saban praised Elko's work, stating that the pressures and defensive schemes created a scenario where Alabama, despite its offensive power, was left without answers. It's important to highlight that, despite the confusion mentioned by Saban, Bryce Young still managed to throw for 369 yards and 3 touchdowns that night. Jameson Williams added 146 receiving yards, and Brian Robinson Jr. contributed an impressive 147 rushing yards. These numbers reflect Alabama's offensive capability, which managed to score 21 consecutive points and even took the lead at 38-31, with just 5 minutes left in the game. However, this comeback wasn't enough to secure the victory. Texas A&M, under the leadership of Elko and head coach Jimbo Fisher, managed to tie the score, and then Seth Smalls sealed the Aggies' victory with a 28-yard field goal as time expired. This moment not only marked Saban's first loss to one of his former assistants but also ended an impressive run of 100 consecutive victories by Alabama over unranked teams, a streak dating back to 2007. This game serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of college football and the importance of every tactical detail. The loss to Texas A&M was not just a stumble but a learning opportunity for Saban and his team. Elko's ability to confuse even the best players is a testament to his prowess as a defensive coach, and the impact of this defeat surely influenced how Alabama prepared for future matchups. And it became a lesson for Bama and probably for Bryce. And, as is typical for Alabama, the defeat only served to motivate an even stronger comeback, with a focus on correcting mistakes and enhancing strategies to ensure that a situation like this did not repeat. Now with DeBoer, Bama can bring new lessons from the past that happened under Coach Saban and shape players just as Nick Saban shaped Bryce Young to be an excellent QB. Do you remember this episode? And speaking of Bama's new QB, Jalen Milroe enters his second season as the starting quarterback for Alabama Crimson Tide with a new mindset and a clearer vision of his role as a leader both on and off the field. Now a veteran in the locker room, Milroe carries with him the experience and lessons learned after a season that brought both glory and challenges. He was a key player in Alabama's SEC championship win, but also faced the harsh reality of a Rose Bowl loss, a college football playoff semifinal, against the eventual champion Michigan. For Alabama, a program accustomed to supremacy in college football, for seasons without a national title feels like an eternity. Since their 2020 victory, the Tide has been chasing the next championship, and this quest has become even more urgent as the title drought extends. Milroe understands the weight of this responsibility and, more importantly, is prepared to bear it. In a recent interview, Milroe expressed a mature understanding of what it takes to succeed at the elite level of college football. The most important thing is that I want to be more prepared, more confident in the first game this year than I was last year, he said. Milroe emphasized the importance of reflecting on the past season, identifying his strengths and weaknesses, and using the off-season to focus on those areas. This level of introspection and dedication is exactly what is expected of a quarterback who aims to lead Alabama back to the top. Milroe also recognizes that the journey to the title will not be easy, especially with the addition of new and formidable competitors in the SEC, like Texas and Oklahoma. The conference is more competitive than ever, and Milroe understands that his team will need patience and perseverance. "I think we have to take care now. We are not our best right now," he said, emphasizing the importance of improving with each game and focusing on a simple but crucial goal: to go 1-0 each week. This approach reflects not just Milroe's maturity but also the wisdom gained in a season filled with highs and lows. He knows that success won't come overnight, and that each game is an opportunity for growth. It's this mindset that could make the difference for Alabama in a season where expectations are, as always, extremely high. For Alabama fans, Jalen Milroe represents the hope of a return to glory. He's not just a talented quarterback, but a leader who understands what's at stake and is willing to do the necessary work to achieve the ultimate goal. With his renewed confidence in a team determined to overcome the challenges ahead, Milroe and the Alabama Crimson Tide are ready to embark on another season in pursuit of the coveted national title. And, as always, Alabama fans can trust that their team will be prepared to give their all in every game, with Milroe leading the way with determination and focus. And speaking of Milroe, check out this news. Jalen Milroe, the current quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide, is gaining prominence in discussions about his future, both in college football and the NFL. Recently, Milroe was compared to Jalen Hurts, former Alabama quarterback and current star for the Philadelphia Eagles, a comparison that certainly sparks great interest and expectations. This comparison was made by Clint Lamb, a respected Alabama football analyst, who highlighted the similarities between Milroe and Hurts' skill sets. Lamb commented that, while Milroe and Hurts are not identical in style, there is a clear similarity in how both use their athletic abilities to extend plays and create opportunities on the field. Hurts, who was molded by Nick Saban and led Alabama to the CFP National Championship title in 2017, later solidified his NFL career with a 5-year contract with the Eagles. Now, Milroe appears to be on a similar path, especially under the guidance of coach Kalen DeBoer, whom many consider an offensive mastermind. Since DeBoer took over, Milroe's development has been distinct. Under his tutelage, Milroe seems to be maturing both as a passer and a runner. DeBoer, known for his ability to maximize the potential of his quarterbacks, has been crucial to Milroe's progress, who is demonstrating significant growth. With 2,834 yards and 23 touchdowns last season, Milroe is positioning himself as one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in college football, justifying the comparisons with Hurts. However, while Milroe is praised for his abilities and potential, comparisons with another rising prospect, Shedeur Sanders, have also drawn attention. Sanders, quarterback for Colorado, has been standing out as one of the top prospects for the 2025 NFL Draft. With an impressive record, including 70 touchdown passes and 14 interceptions last season, Sanders is quickly becoming one of the most talked about players in the quarterback position. Sanders, who has already won a series of awards and titles, including the Jerry Rice Award as the best freshman of 2021, is seen as a potential Day 2 pick in the draft. His explosive ability, passing accuracy, and decision-making skills have been widely praised, and he continues to enhance his skills, focusing on becoming a complete and dynamic player. The comparison between Milroe and Sanders is natural, given the high level of talent of both players. However, while Milroe is more focused on leading Alabama to a possible return to the top of college football, Sanders is aiming at an NFL career, where he is already considered one of the main prospects for the future. For Alabama fans, seeing Milroe compared to Jalen Hurts is an encouraging sign. Hurts not only succeeded at the college level but also managed to translate his success to the NFL, which serves as an ideal model for Milroe. Under DeBoer's guidance, Milroe has all the tools necessary to achieve great success and, possibly, follow in the footsteps of Hurts in the NFL. Meanwhile, the comparison with Shedeur Sanders places Milroe in a prominent position in the college football scene, where the competition to be the best quarterback is fierce. Yet, with the dedication and talent that Milroe has shown, he is more than prepared to face any challenges that come his way. With the new season in sight, the expectations surrounding Jalen Milroe are distinctly high. Let's move forward. Can you believe some people are still doubting Milroe? The arrival of Kalen DeBoer at the helm of Alabama Crimson Tide has introduced a new dynamic to the football program, particularly in relation to the development of Jalen Milroe, the starting quarterback. However, some doubts have been raised about Milroe's fit within DeBoer's offensive system, especially by seasoned analysts like Brady Quinn, a former Notre Dame star. During a discussion with Paul Feinbaum on ESPN, Quinn expressed concerns about how DeBoer will maximize Milroe's talent. The inevitable comparison was made with Michael Penix Jr., a quarterback who thrived under DeBoer's leadership at Washington, throwing for over 4,000 yards in 2 consecutive seasons. Penix, a prolific passer, had a very different style of play compared to Milroe, who, although talented, is known for his dynamic ability both in the air and on the ground. Quinn questioned whether the system that worked so well for Penix would be ideal for Milroe, who racked up 2,718 aerial yards and 468 rushing yards last season. Quinn's concern isn't without merit. Coaches often have preferred styles of offense, and DeBoer is known for his fondness for robust, well-spread aerial attacks. However, this critique overlooks a crucial aspect of an elite coach's ability: the capacity to adapt his game plan to the strengths of his players. DeBoer, who has already shown flexibility in his approach, sees in Milroe a natural leader and believes in the young quarterback's potential to successfully command Alabama's offense. Milroe, for his part, is determined to prove he is the right choice to lead the Crimson Tide. In recent statements, he emphasized his commitment to the program, dismissing the idea of transferring and highlighting his desire to achieve great things in Tuscaloosa. "There are many things at Alabama I still want to accomplish," said Milroe. His decision to stay at Alabama, even with the possibility of exploring other opportunities through the transfer portal, demonstrates his confidence in DeBoer and the direction the program is heading. Moreover, Alabama boasts a talented and robust offensive line, including players like Tyler Booker and Jaden Roberts, 2 juniors who are ready to excel. Parker Brailsford, a redshirt freshman transfer, is also receiving praise as one of the best young offensive linemen in the country. With an offensive line of this caliber, Milroe will have the support needed to fully utilize his potential, both in the passing game and in his dynamic runs. Quinn's criticism, while valid, may underestimate DeBoer's capacity for adaptation. Alabama's new coach not only recognizes the differences between Milroe and Penix but also seems excited about the opportunity to shape an offense that maximizes Milroe's unique skills. In a recent interview on the Green Light podcast with Chris Long, DeBoer highlighted Milroe's resilience and leadership, emphasizing the crucial role he played during the transition to the new coaching staff. Milroe's success this season will depend not only on his ability on the field but also on how DeBoer and his team tailor the game plan to capitalize on his strengths. The fact that Milroe decided to stay at Alabama, despite the uncertainties and intense competition at the quarterback position, speaks volumes about his determination and confidence in the future under DeBoer's leadership. This season is going to be different, let's wait and see. When Kalen DeBoer took on the challenge of succeeding Nick Saban as head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, many wondered how he would handle the enormous responsibility of following the most successful coach in college football history. DeBoer, with his calm and confident approach, never shied away from the pressure. However, one question persisted: how did Saban himself feel about his successor? Nick Saban, now serving as a commentator on College Game Day, did not hesitate to express his views on DeBoer and the future of Alabama under his leadership. Known for his forthrightness, Saban used his time on air not just to share his thoughts on the playoff race and even to tease some of his rivals but also to provide an honest insight into the transition at the helm of the Crimson Tide. Saban and DeBoer share a respectful relationship, marked by mutual understanding of their respective roles. Saban made it clear that while he is eager to see what DeBoer will do, he strives not to interfere, allowing DeBoer to lead the program in his own way. This, according to Saban, is crucial for the continued success of Alabama. Kalen has done a great job taking over this program because he has the right disposition about him. He embraced the tradition. He embraced the culture. But he's made his own mark on how he wants to coach the team, Saban stated. These words are not just empty praise, they reflect Saban's genuine confidence in DeBoer. For Saban, seeing someone like DeBoer, who respects the roots of the program yet also brings his own ideas and strategies, is a sign that Alabama is in good hands. This delicate transition of power, especially in a program as revered as Alabama, can be complicated, but DeBoer seems to be handling it with a skill that Saban respects. Despite enjoying his retirement, it's evident that Saban still feels a deep connection to the team he built over years of success. He recruited many of the players who today wear the Alabama jersey, and watching them compete without being on the sidelines surely brings a mix of emotions. However, it is comforting for Saban and for Alabama fans to see that the program continues to thrive under new leadership. Saban, in his usual candor, expressed genuine enthusiasm for what the future holds for Alabama with DeBoer at the helm. "I'm really excited about what Kalen will do for Alabama," Saban repeated, underlining his confidence in the program's future. These words carry significant weight, coming from someone who elevated Alabama to unprecedented heights. The transition from a legendary coach to another always carries uncertainties, but with Saban showing full support for DeBoer, those concerns are alleviated. DeBoer has not only taken over the program, but he has done so in a way that honors what was built before him while adding his own vision for the future. Coach Saban's support is important to the team today. And your opinion? Comment.